stories I can tell.
It's been a while.
There was maybe I should save it till like Zach gets on and stuff, but I don't know. It's tell me about your dwarf fortress.
Oh, well, I just got, oh my god. I'm so sad, Tor. I think one of my longest running dwarf fortress is suffering FPS death.
So what does that mean with like this?
So basically, I mean, I'm not a coder or a game designer, but the game engine and world they've created is so convoluted and not optimized. It's like its own living beast.
It's on the blockchain.
Yeah. It's similar to it was the first blockchain, Dwarf Fortress. And if your fort is old enough and you don't optimize it within the game, meaning there's literally probably thousands of items in the game, and like every single dwarf and every single creature has its own logic. And so basically, I mean, a usable FPS is anywhere from like 20 to 30. When you here's a better
frames per second, right?
Frames per second. Here's a better way of explaining it. When you start a new fresh play, a new fortress run, your FPS is like 100. Like the dwarves move so fast. And then
so gameplay is tied to FPS too?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's frustrating.
But so in the beginning, your dwarves are just like moving so fast, and you can do it like as soon as you give a command, they'll usually do it. And game actions happen quickly, obviously. And then as your fortress builds and all of this complication grows, the FPS comes down and down and down. And so my longest running fort is at, I was just trying to hop in today. It was at like 10 FPS, 7, which is that's not really usable. So I'm a little bummed about that, but we'll see.
Yeah, so it's like I remember somebody saying, I don't know if this was Dwarf Fortress, but it was like they accidentally made like thermite or something that like melted through the floor. So it started melting down, and so a game crashed because it kept having to render each level that it melted down into.
Yeah. So, well, this is, I mean, the Adams brothers, Tarn and Zach Adams, are just such beautiful, beautiful boys. But as a little treat to myself, I shelved that playthrough and started just a fresh world. And as soon as we started camp, we were like getting camped by a dragon. Like there was just a dragon right next to us. I was like, we landed. It was like this beautiful lush forest. I was like, oh, sick! This is a sick landscape. And then the dragon appeared, and everything caught fire. He like breathed fire, and then the game started crashing because the game logic is there's fire, there's like a forest fire, then all the trees are burning, and then all the trees collapse. So it's just like
it's doing all those calculations at once. It just fucks the fucking game. Zach,
speaking of Zach,
whoa, how's it going? Welcome. You are welcoming me. I am welcoming you.
Well, I have something podcast. I have something to ask you, Zach.
Okay.
Did you see the Northern Lights?
I did not see the Northern Lights. I'm sorry.
Thank you for being honest. No one saw the goddamn Northern Lights. No one saw it. All those pictures are lying.
Well, Aaron lied. Aaron lied on Twitter.
Aaron lied?
Yeah, Aaron lied.
People died.
Well, can we bring up the post? The post that everyone... It's crazy that Aaron duped... He, like, basically just Googled, like, Northern Lights, Minnesota.
That's so funny.
Did he... Oh,
okay, I'll attempt to bring it up, but Aaron tweets, like, a... Oh, no.
What's his pin millions of times every second. There are more. No, okay, I do want to... Like, it's fucking... So, like, I like went outside. People like, go check out the Northern Lights outside. I'm like, okay. And I go outside,
and you're in the suburbs a little bit.
Yeah, there's a yellow smudge. There's kind of like a brownish smudge in the sky.
Yeah, I saw a little smudge, and I could argue there was a smudge. I don't know if it's the Northern Lights or not, or whatever.
But yeah, so I was like, well, I was like, okay, this is bullshit. That's not the Northern Lights. And then they say back to me like, oh no, you just got to look at it through your iPhone.
Yeah.
So you put your iPhone up to it, and the fucking sky lights up like it's fucking Christmas. And then, what the fuck are we doing? That's
Wait.
What? Like it's so like
now I don't understand your problem.
Are you don't
think
understand
that,
the problem with like look, if the Northern Lights are outside, you use your eyes and then you look at it where you don't see the Northern Lights. Like, no, you're not looking at it right. You need to look at it through your iPhone, and then you can see the Northern Lights.
Yeah,
you're not seeing a problem with that.
I could show you a cool thing on your iPhone. That's easy.
Are you saying that like the government or Apple or whatever is like trying to deceive the public into thinking that there are still, wonders of the world to be witnessed, but only through your iPhone's camera?
There's not like a
you think
single
it's a psyop?
nefarious actor. I know it's not, dude. Everyone's so government brain. It's like everything's a politic brain. It's not that. It's not like a single nefarious actor. It's the fact that. Oh, sorry.
You put your phone to the Northern Lights, and it just brings up like a QR code that like gives you like 30% off at like Applebee's or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, there's a fucking Squirtle on Orion's belt. Look, guys. No, it's
now
linked into Pokemon Go.
Now I'm intrigued.
No. But like, so like we're just augmenting reality through like so like I don't know. It's been bothering me for like a week because like people like created a reality where the Northern Lights were just like erupting in the sky and everyone is so beautiful, but that's not what it was. It was an augment. It was like an AI upscale of like the fucking sky, and that's weird, right? Like I'm not the
an AI upscale. It's just like it's what is it? HLDR. It's a high something dynamic range. It's the technology that basically lets you like. The camera is combining different light levels in order to generate an image. It's not like impossible to imagine that the camera can see things that the naked eye cannot.
Yes, but like we like fabricated a reality there where like everyone saw the Northern Lights when that wasn't the case. They saw it through their phone.
Okay,
like,
sure.
That's not the real thing. It's weird because like. So I was like looking into this a little, and there was like Samsung or something. I actually didn't look this up. I was talking to a friend about it, and then he brought this up, so I didn't actually fact check him. So get mad at my friend but he said like Samsung.
No, it's reported as fact. I think
it is fact
for our audience.
I heard it. I'm augmenting reality. It's now a fact. I'm creating a fact. No, but like so like there's a guy that was like. Samsung, you can zoom in, or like there was like a camera so good you could see the moon with it.
Oh yeah.
And the guy mapped out the moon. It's like, okay, this should be here when I zoom in on it. And they zoomed in, and it was just like generic moon surface. And Samsung was like, oh yeah, we just
Yeah, it was like fake. They added it in.
They just faked the moon surface. So it's like we can't.
I heard that somewhere. I saw that somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll vouch for that.
It's just like, how can we trust like anything we see digitally anymore? Anything.
Well, yeah.
Maybe we're not here.
AI, right?
What?
AI is a big thing. I saw, you see some images of like, Will Smith eating pasta. That's not real.
Yeah.
But it's getting better though. And it's really weird. I don't know.
Yeah, wait. So, Tor, you're telling me I watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes this weekend. You're telling me those aren't real apes?
No,
acting?
They're not.
Whoa.
that was literally, I was thinking about it in that context. It was like I was spiraling, Belly. I was fucking spiraling because I'm like, the biggest movie is, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. There's no goddamn apes in it. It's like it's
You think
fake, man.
You think that they should have trained real apes?
Yes, that would be great. I want to see real apes just throwing shit at each other. It's fucking great. Like it's real. You watch like an action movie from the 80s. Those are real cars getting smashed. Like it's not the visual feast, but it's like, dude, there's a car blowing up. That's cool.
Can't you argue about like the Fast movies? They got real cars that are blowing up in those.
That's good.
In the first ones, in the first few.
After
like 5,
Oh no.
It's all fake.
Actually 4. There was a lot of CGI in 4, unfortunately.
Was it like early 2000s?
Well, it's over, man. It's all over. We can't even blow up a car anymore. What is this country? You can't even blow up a car because of woke.
I want to see a dude get set on fire. I want to see a stuntman with fire on it. Those were great. Think of all the stuff.
Yeah.
Think of all the people who used to light themselves on fire for Hollywood, not for other reasons.
Yeah, right. Still
get
happening.
paid. We're putting those people on work.
Actually. Well, so Tor, you're a return guy. You're like no CGI. What do you think of the like Lord of the Rings then? The original trilogy, all the practical stuff.
I mean, those are. I think the Lord of the Rings is one of the most interesting. The original trilogy is one of the most interesting films ever made, because it was done films. It was done by like a horror schlock director, right?
Yeah.
But it was like a fantasy epic. So what ended up happening is you had like these really like gruesome like design, like character designs and like the orcs and stuff. It was like dark and gritty, but it also like Zach seems shocked about something. What's going on?
Look, I'm doing this in my mom's kitchen. My mom is feeding the cat tuna, and I don't know why it is, but it just like really carries. And maybe that's good news for me because I've been sick for a week and I've been stuffed up, and maybe my sense of smell is finally returning. But I hate canned tuna. I cannot stand canned tuna. No, it's absolutely vile. I'm a fish guy.
Like tilapia. You like tilapia and you don't like tuna.
Why? That's like it's.
I like tilapia. I just don't like. I don't like canned. I don't like canned fish.
Why? That's so interesting.
I know there's like a renaissance in canned fish. There's like a New York Times blog dedicated to eating canned fish. It's like a
Big
whole,
Mercury
like,
fund it. Blowing the lid off everything, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Tor's been bottled up, pent up for 2 weeks. He has all these takes.
Well, here's the thing. I put up the, talk about Lord of the Rings. I lit the fire of Gondor, saying that the podcast was in need. We needed to have an episode. I even stooped as low to go to Aaron Isaacs. I said, Aaron, please, would you record an episode with me? We need to get content out there.
And he turned you down. I did see that post, that new episode post. That was interesting. I watched like 15 minutes of it falling asleep last night. But I was happy.
I recorded some content with a friend of mine, Mickey, who's a local drafter. We reviewed some of the Pro Tour drafts. I still have one more episode to post. I have to do a little bit more editing on it. But yeah, if you were at all interested in the drafts of the Pro Tour, and some guys who don't know what they're talking about, I mean, Mickey knows what he's talking about. I just talk over him. But those were fun to record. So check it out on our YouTube. I love you, Mana.
And if the thought crossed your mind, maybe they're finally done this time. Wrong. We're never leaving.
I have approximately an hour that I don't know if I'm going to release of a solo cast.
I say that because it's clear to me now that everyone needs this outlet. Zach was going fucking. I was sitting in Zach's Twitch chat last night, and you were just down bad for podcasting, Zach. You were so. You've been missing it so much.
Yeah, I miss my lads.
I know. I miss you guys. That's
also like, we the other thing is that we have we have guests that are clamoring to come on this program, thinking unwisely that this is a real podcast that it is worth to be on. It might offer them any clout.
Hey, you know what? They think it's worth it. Then it's worth it. Then we got exactly. If they think it's worth it to come on, we have work.
That's the thing. I was internalizing from the Hot Ones episode, the Conan Hot Ones episode. He had a very good line about how basically every show sucks, and your job as a host is to convince the audience that you're not watching schlock. And I think, listener, you're under our spell right now.
I love
you don't know how like ramshackle this operation is. This is the greatest podcast in the history of podcasting.
That we're creating an archaeological archive.
Yeah,
we're
I
creating
look at it more like that. Yeah, I want to be studied in 300 years by.
I don't want a tombstone. I don't want to be buried. I want to be thrown in like a really dirty place, maybe. Like when I die, like I want to be like, yeah, but like,
where is he going with this?
Like,
is this what your hours on?
I want this to be my gravestone.
I mean, what I think honestly would be kind of a good marketing. Belly just froze like mid laugh. It was great. Okay,
I get distracted by that every episode when you guys like freeze.
Maybe my internet's dying. I don't know. But here's my pitch.
Keep going.
Zach is entering slow motion.
It's very fun. Can you hear me?
Yes,
I can hear you, but it's like disjoint.
Oh no, maybe it's my internet that's fucked up.
Yeah. Mine is for once like being the good one. Sorry, what were you? Oh wait, really quick. I just want to say I
hear you guys, but it's all garbled. This is pretty bad, huh?
Okay. Zach, it's you. It's definitely you.
It's definitely Zach. Let's try. Yeah, I am kind of like I've always been a Conan fan.
It's me. Oh no.
What's going on with Zach?
What is going on?
Speaking in nonsense. Am I making sense to you, Belly, when I'm talking?
Yes.
I'm gonna rejoin or something.
Rejoin, Zach.
Rejoin, Zach. Get to higher ground. No, did you watch a lot of like late night shows when you were growing up or anything?
Not like religiously. Not religiously, but a decent amount, you know.
So
more than average, I think.
Jay Leno was real important to me when I was a kid. I loved the Tonight Show, but I couldn't stay up past like 11, so I'd just get to he'd do the monologue, and then maybe I get to see a guest.
Yeah.
But like, it was funny because like me and my friend when we were younger, my friend was a Conan guy and I was a Leno guy, and I was this was before the big shakeup, but yeah. But like, you know, we were always like, and my friend was 100% right. Conan was the best. Like, but I'm loving this new era of like, kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, like existential Conan.
Yeah.
He's kind of, because he's always been, you know, like kind of like zippy, quirky, you know, like happy. And now he's like kind of doing like a sad clown thing.
Yeah. He's been through it all. And now he's really kind of just like, look at where we are. Isn't this ridiculous?
Have you seen any of his new travel show?
No.
I think that's what he was like. That's what he was doing the circuit for. Is it's like Conan O'Brien must go. But you know, I haven't seen it all. I was just curious. I don't know why I asked that, but it was like, I don't know. It's really interesting. Like, because he was the guy that like let Norm kind of off the leash when he went on, like just do whatever you want. And there's some of like the best clips of late night ever. And that, you know, it's just like, what do we with the current like cast of late night shows now? It's just like, God, we didn't know how good we had it. I really am turning into a.
So you guys like Conan, right?
No, I hate him. I despise him.
You hate Conan?
No, we're both
Zach,
Jimmy Fallon. we're both Fallon heads.
Well, but this is the thing,
Zach.
Well, because Nina always criticizes me and says that I'm a Conan hater. And I'm not a Conan hater. I'm a Conan respecter. But I just did not grow up with Conan.
Who did you grow up with, Zach?
I grew up with Letterman. That's what my dad would always put on.
Oh, Zach's a Letterman. This makes perfect sense. Letterman, I think was probably the best to ever do it. I know I just got done saying Conan was great, but like, I think he was probably the best to ever do it. But I still like, it was more of like he was great in the sense that like Freddy Got Fingered is great, in that like you have to kind of step outside the joke. Like he having a late night segment called Will It Float, where he just drops like a random thing into a giant pool of water.
Stupid. Yeah, it's
not even it's like it's barely even entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
But the fact that he made that a late night segment
Right.
is hilarious. Like Tom Green jacking off a horse isn't, or jacking off an elephant into Rip Torn is not like, it's not super funny in and of itself. But like the fact that that was like the climax to a major motion picture is great. Like it's just.
I mean, I respect Cohen. I think that he's written all. I love how silly the show is. I love the bits. I love a lot about the show. I think where I get pegged as a hater is like, see now I'm doing the classic Zach thing where I take a position and then do not defend it whatsoever.
Come on,
but like, okay,
say your piece.
Okay,
Speak your mind, Zach. Go off, Queen. Come on.
He's very funny. The one thing is that because I had this discussion with Nina after, because like there was a period where after the Conan Hot Ones where everyone almost as if he had died, right? Where like
that was
I
really
thought
weird.
he had died or like something had happened. It was that
exactly.
unanimous, where I was like, why?
He just went on Hot Ones, right? He had a good.
He was promoting a new show where he goes places and travels.
Yeah.
That was all that it was, but it was just this massive like, he's the greatest.
I mean, I also supported him in the Conan versus Leno feud, right? I think.
I mean, that's a pretty unambiguous. That's pretty unambiguous morally. Like, it's kind of,
well, look, I respect the right for Leno to defend himself. You know, like I think Leno's show has a right to exist.
God damn you!
That took me a second. No,
and of course, all of the kids support Conan, right? Everyone thinks it's the right thing to do, but no one talks about Leno and his rights.
And Norm Macdonald talking about Leno, like where he was just like, yeah, he's just this like he's just this quirky kind of fellow, but like deep down he's just this like evil mastermind. Kind of.
Is Leno evil?
I don't know, because like I was telling Belly when I was growing up I was a huge Leno head. I read his book. I think it was called Leading with My Chin.
You read his book in high school?
Yeah, I read it when I was like in like 5th grade, and like there was like stories about like him, like I remember distinctly. This was like the first time I was like, you could put this in a book, where he was like talking about how he was doing like a sleazy comedy club in like the early 80s or whatever, and one of the like manager of the club, he's like going to get paid in the office, and there's just a girl in like a short skirt in his office, and the guy's hand is just like up the short skirt the whole time he's talking to her, and then he takes it out to like shake his hand. And I was like, wait, you can write that in a book?
Wow. Yeah, Leno probably presided over some fucked up shit.
I don't know though. Like, sorry.
Well, this is the things I had heard going back to Conan. I had heard that he like was very demanding of his writers and his like PAs and stuff. And they'd even like made jokes about this on the show, where they like had sketches where it would be in the writers' room or whatever, and Conan is like comically like berating and like abusing them in an exaggeration,
Conan is?
Right? Like Conan, right?
Conan is like berating.
Do you mean
his
Leno or Conan?
Conan, right? That okay. Conan was hard on his staff, but I think like that this is a story that at least I had heard, and then Nina came back and was like, actually, everyone who's ever worked with Conan said that he's the absolute sweetest man, and you're wrong. And so maybe that's the case.
There's no truth anymore.
Yeah. I probably believe Nina over you, Zach.
Oh, I always believe Nina. Nina is a true empath, and I'm a being born
Nina
of malice.
Does her research.
I will say about like
I just go off vibes.
Yeah.
I will say about like Leno though is that like I've heard like stories from like not very famous comedians that he personally like comes in and just like talks to them about their stuff, like
he's
like a very personal
nice.
Yeah, he's a genuinely nice, but apparently he's like also just an insanely shrewd businessman or something, you know.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
I mean,
sure.
he got it to afford the garage that he has, you know.
The fleet.
These the various motorcycles and Mustangs and things that he's crashed and almost killed himself in. They don't come for free.
There should be like the next Mad Max should be like that type, like like an old like a movie star like or whatever that like goes into the apocalypse or whatever, and it's just like this fleet of just like insane like cars,
classic cars. Yeah, in the apocalypse, just driving a completely impeccable like Oldsmobile or something.
Okay, wait. Mad Max situation. There's like this is I don't know. There's some big important thing that everyone's trying to take control of. There's two fleets. One came from the West Coast, the other came from the East Coast. On the East Coast, we got Jerry Seinfeld in his automobile. On the West Coast, we have Jay Leno.
All the warlords are.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
St. Louis, because St. Louis has become the most important post-apocalyptic city in the United States. And they're going to try to take it.
This should
Who's
have
coming
been
out on top.
Civil War, the plot of Civil War.
I just wrote Fallout 5.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's like the thing. People now like the backlash has come against Civil War because Aaron hated it.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Micah?
I haven't seen it, and the backlash was so strong. I don't think I will. I think, and I saw some quotes of Alex Garland saying just dumb shit. So I was like, that's enough for me to. I wasn't that invested in his body of work.
Yeah, I never saw like what was it, Deus Ex, which was apparently really very good.
I like Deus Ex. I like that quite a bit.
Well,
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Oh, Ex Machina.
And Devs. Ex Machina and Devs, which are kind of interlinked, but
I haven't seen Devs. Is that worth it?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. It's on Hulu, or it's a FX show.
I gotta see what he did.
Yeah,
Annihilation.
Oh,
I really liked
okay.
Annihilation.
Oh, he wrote Sunshine.
Yeah, he also wrote 28 Days Later, right?
Oh, okay. I will say Dread was fucking.
Yeah,
great.
he's written a few cool things and helmed.
That's interesting. What were the complaints about Civil War? Because I just people like start talking about like this is not how the United States would be divided. I just shut off.
None of us have seen this movie.
None of us have. All right, well, come on, let's do this. Let's review Civil War. I'll read you the plot on Wikipedia.
I can call Aaron in.
Yeah, let's call Aaron in. If I could summate, I think the more like astute critics I saw, and Aaron, I'll loop Aaron in there. It's like it's explicitly a kind of about politics, or like you would think a movie about a civil war would have some sort of political, not message, or just some sort of ideology
whatsoever,
and it apparently did not. So,
I mean, in order to generate the scenario, it like basically it throws you into the like hypothetical scenario with it already unfolding, right? Without any real justification for why there's this conflict.
That's kind of interesting, though. Like what?
Yeah, exactly. It just wants to explore, like, oh, what would it be like if this, were to happen? But like, it wants to dodge all the political questions as to why this conflict would occur, and like, what would be the political forces that would be driving it. So it's kind of this weird thing, and also like, I mean, I saw one line where like someone references like Antifa massacres and stuff like that, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And after that, I kind of tuned out.
I don't know. Well, I guess if they were like trying to, I like the idea of just like dropping you into a scenario where like the United States is at civil war and it not really aligning with like what's going on right now.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me. But then if you bring it back to like, if you start like saying like Proud Boys and Antifa stuff, God
like,
damn it, man!
It's like pick a direction,
Yeah.
I see what. Yeah, okay, I see what there.
But then, of course, this is my highly educated opinion.
Watched it, yeah.
That's
great. We're doing great.
All right, well, hold on. Release Civil War marketing and AI controversy. Oh,
that sucked,
right,
yeah.
they did that.
That's the other thing is that they did for if someone's not familiar, they used AI to generate like posters, like promotional posters for the movie, and the AI art, like, it looks realistic.
Yeah,
but
they forked the Chicago River, didn't they?
Yeah, they made the images that they created are nonsensical if you like scrutinize them at all. Like the picture of like I don't know. I think they've got San Francisco belly. I forget what the name of the park that we visited.
Yeah, we visited
Golden Gate Park.
Is that Golden Gate Park?
No,
I was just,
I think it's...
that's the only park I know. I was gonna,
But it's got like
the
amphitheater or whatever.
Right?
Yeah, the Presidio.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been to the Presidio. That's the big like it's that big fucking structure, or like
It is
right?
a big fucking structure. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Like walk in and it was in the movie The Rock with Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. Belly, have you ever seen The Rock?
No, I should.
Oh,
What?
dude. Okay, wait, Belly, how into Jerry Bruckheimer how have you delved? Specifically Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson.
Wait, isn't it Jerry Buckheimer? Or wait, Jerry. Who are you talking about? Yeah, Jerry Bruckheimer. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, Bruckheimer. Yes.
I mean, yeah, he's like the DNA of like American blockbusters.
Well,
for the last like 40, 30 years. Like 40, I don't know. He's behind so much shit. It's unreal.
People overlook the like contribution his like part. He had a partner for a while named Don Simpson, who died in 1996 with like something like 40 illicit substances in his body at the time of death. He was insane, but he was like, he was the guy that like The Rock was the last. He died like right as The Rock was finishing up.
Don Simpson, like, his partner did.
Yeah, but dude, Belly, The Rock. If you like fast movies or so, The Rock is one of the just greatest. Like, it's like one of those. How would I describe, like, not, it's just so unimportant movie. It's like not trying to say, I guess it's got a message, but it's like it's basically a group of like a rogue element of the American military takes over Alcatraz with missiles filled with VX gas.
Well, wait, what? Why would they take over Alcatraz? What's the strategic point?
Because veterans aren't being taken care of.
Oh, okay.
So they're trying to force, like, they're trying to get like veteran benefits, and Nicolas Cage has to recruit Sean Connery, the only person who ever escaped Alcatraz, to break into Alcatraz.
Hell yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. And the Pirates of the Caribbean ripped off the theme music from it.
This happened, Jerry Bruckheimer was behind Con Air. He produced it.
Seems thematically similar.
Starring Nick Cage, and The Rock I'm seeing came out the year before. So this is like right up that. Ed Harris?
Ed Harris is the guy. Ed Harris is he's not like he's the bad guy, but he's the antagonist. Sure. But he's like, you kind of like, he's really honorable. It's so good. And it's like still when like Nick Cage kind of had like a weird bell curve type career where he was respected, and then he was not respected, then he's respected again. This was like his crest of like being
being respected.
his first
when
time.
he's a big star.
Yeah, I think like Leaving Las Vegas was right around this time, but it was I gotta throw that in your recommendation.
Sure, Tor. So Tor, I love movies. I'm a simple movie guy. I don't like I don't like super artsy movies. I just like throwing a good flick. Give me some apes, some CGI apes, and I'm happy.
Well, I need to see it. I need to see.
You need to see it.
The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
The other thing that's coming out, and I wanted to reference this a little bit because we talked about it earlier, but the new Mad Max Furiosa movie is coming out. And I'm very hyped for this, but like the interview with Anna Taylor-Joy is like crazy.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
She's like not talking about her experience on set, like with George.
She's like shell shocked.
She's like shell-shocked.
Nuts.
Yeah.
And like now,
like bad or like.
Well, people don't know. Like, is it? Yeah, people don't know.
It just doesn't seem good when you're like, yeah, I can't talk about it because it's just too much to process. Maybe in 10 years I'll talk about it. Like when people are saying stuff like that, it doesn't mean it's.
She could just be being weird, but also
it's like Anna Taylor-Joy is weird. Like we can.
That's true.
Agree on that, right? Like maybe she's just being the weirdest person.
But now we have a trend line, right? Because the Ed Helms. Was it Ed Helms? No, who? No,
I don't think Ed Helms.
I'm not going to help you. I'm going to watch you stumble. Don't look at your computer, Zach. Just stumble. I know it. I actually know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say. The
guy who played Mad Max in Fury Road, right?
Okay. No, Zach, you need to get it. You need to get this right.
Is his
name
a pop Ed?
Quiz. His name is Ed. All right. What's his last name?
Okay, what nationality is he?
The funny thing is, I know exactly where
British, right?
Zach got Ed from. I know exactly why Ed is in Zach's head right now.
What else has he played? What are his other famous roles?
Didn't he play Bane?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was in a Star Trek. He played Picard.
He played Picard? What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was in.
Played a genetic copy of Picard.
He played Picard?
No, not Picard.
Oh, he played a clone of Picard.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about.
Zach is trying to name the actor who played Bane in The Dark Knight. Don't help him, Mike.
Don't
you
help
got to put him on the.
Tom Hardy.
Is it Tom Hardy?
It is Tom Hardy.
Okay. Thank you, Mike.
Why was Zach being like? I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
Bane resonated with me.
He was about to go on a tangent, but then he got tripped up because he.
What? He had two thoughts at the same time.
Yeah. So look, there's a precedent, right? Which is that Tom Hardy and
what's the conversation here?
He's trying to think of the other actress now from the.
Oh, okay.
What
He's
is
in
she
Charlie's
in?
Angels.
Yeah.
What is
you can't think of any member of the cast.
I mean, now I'm put on the spot.
All right, come on. I will give you that she's got kind of a weird name.
It is kind of weird.
Yeah.
She's from South Africa.
Oh God.
She's in MIA.
Is she?
She wrote Paper Planes. She's anti-vax.
I'm gonna press X to doubt there. She might be it. Wait, no, MIA is anti-vax, right? That is the true thing about MIA.
Why would you care?
Okay.
Because Tor, the internet cares.
Should we take some heat off Zach and ask Mike what's he up to?
Yeah. Are you golfing?
No, I'm walking the dog and then I'm heading to Acme.
Okay, that's nice.
I'm gonna shoot a promo. I golfed a few days ago. This new job though, I got to do like evening rounds. So my brain is pretty frayed.
Yeah,
I feel like golf in the evening would be like calming though. I feel like golf should be more of an evening thing.
I agree. And you know what's funny about golf in the evening is that's when the real stinkers come out to play. I'm like a PGA pro out there compared to these guys that are playing at night. Like it is such a confidence booster. I don't think I've seen a good shot in weeks from anyone other than myself.
You're the king of the night golfers.
Pretty much. I'm the king of twilight golf. A guy tried to give this other guy a tip the other day. I got paired up with these two randos. The guy proceeds to immediately shank his ball into the woods. You know what you should start doing? You should start trading them wrong as a joke.
make these golfers worse, and then you can control them because you're the best one. They're all looking up to you.
Well, I don't think they could get any worse.
Well, actually, I'm glad you're here, Mike, because this literally happened last night.
Going on, Tor?
I want to get your opinion on it because
sure.
You've delivered food for a living.
Oh, I sure have. Yeah. Oh, I sure have.
You come upon some real dregs of humanity.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's easy to lose your humanity when you.
I mean, even without delivering food, the dregs are in abundance now.
They're all golfing at night.
They're out golfing. They're at like co-ops. It's like, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. Go to an Aldi. You know.
Okay. Well, last night, this didn't happen to me. I had this secondhand, but the guy I was closing with, he had a delivery. There's 2 hotels that we don't deliver to rooms. Because people have gotten robbed and stuff, and like trafficked. But
why is that stopping you? That a couple delivery drivers have been trafficked?
No, it's not delivery drivers, but like.
I mean, what kind of price would a Domino's delivery driver fetch on the black market? Who's gonna Liam Neeson him home?
That's
wild. I tell you what, you know what? A kidney is a kidney if it comes from a Domino's driver or a professional athlete.
Yeah, but the kidney has been poisoned with aspartame from the jugs of diet soda they fucking drink while driving.
There was this kid I worked with for a while. Steal a 2-liter of cherry Coke from the store and drink it all over the course of his shift. And he was a very big boy. But no, okay, so but like I try to drill
I bet.
I try to drill it into like new drivers, like, don't go to the rooms here. Just don't, because something bad will eventually happen. And they don't ever listen to me until something bad happens. So this guy, the guy I'm closing with, he knocks on the room door and he hears this lady go answer the door. And so the guy,
I'm feeding the dogs. Don't worry. Keep going. Hold on.
Small child answers the door. And he just looks at the small child, and then he looks beyond the small child into the room, and the mother, I assume, is on the bed masturbating.
Oh no.
God.
She's masturbating. With a small child in the room after they ordered pizza.
Well, where's the child facing?
Well, the child is answering the door.
Is this like a Neverland Ranch situation?
No. Apparently, they didn't have to. They weren't even the ones paying for the pizza. Because the guy next door to them paying for the pizza. So this person was, getting off in their room. They hear a knock at the door.
Indeed.
They can just ignore because it's not like.
Oh, is it the wrong room?
No, it wasn't the wrong room. It wasn't the wrong room. They were together. They knew the pizza was coming, but she said that the guy in the next room has the money for the pizza. Because I assume this was like, look, there's a reason we don't go to the rooms in these hotels.
Yeah,
I needed to get that off my chest because that's just people.
Crazy.
You need to.
Honestly, I want to deliver to this room more now.
Well, I'll tell you what. Head to the Key Inn in Roseville, Minnesota, right next to the beautiful India Palace. And
okay,
you can get clocked as you walk. You can see the lookouts on the floors, like because there's
they're not clocking me, bud.
Going on there. Drug dealing.
They're not clocking me. I got a gun now.
Do you? You armed and dangerous?
All right, pull it
out a gun.
they're not clocking Mike. They're sundialing him. That's how.
No, they're bowing to me.
They're bowing down.
They're giving me a cut.
That actress, does she have 3 names?
No, Anna Taylor-Joy has 3 names.
Yeah,
that's
why
thinking.
it's like in my head. And then for some reason,
you got Ed because we mentioned Ed Harris earlier in the episode.
Yeah, and then But then, like, for some reason, I want to say Angelina Jolie, but I know that's wrong. I know it's wrong.
That's wrong.
So, and that's another 3 name. Why can't
it's not a 3 name? It's not a 3 name.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
So this is what it is now, huh?
This is what the podcast. Okay,
I didn't want to say Zach trying to guess a name for an hour.
So we were talking about. I do have a little thing. Well, I've got a few things actually.
Can I plug something?
Troll hole?
You better fucking believe it.
I told you these guys. We could have just like uploaded an episode of Troll Hole for the podcast. That way.
Your YouTube channel would have been taken down.
Mike has the I Love YouTube taken down.
I would have reported you and had the YouTube taken down, and that's all she wrote.
Look,
you don't fuck with the spit pit, Zach.
We were talking about late night hosts. We were talking about Conan. We were talking about. I was hating on Conan for a little bit. No, but no.
Why?
Conan.
He's like the best late night host.
I know, but I gotta be a hater.
Who's better? Well, I mean that's just every facet of your life. But who's better than Conan?
Yeah, I mean. You're not wrong.
Zach,
there's no one. There's literally no modern host that's more entertaining than Conan.
You're not wrong. But remember, I'm calling back to I Love You Mana classic bit from a few years ago where we did the color identities of late night hosts. Wasn't that fantastic when we did that?
We didn't do that.
Now, didn't we?
We never did that.
Yeah, we did that, and that was a classic.
Was that during my weed era? Was I just high as a fucking kite for that?
But that was such a classic bit. I don't even think you were around, Mike. That might have been a Micah-less episode where we did that. But now there's an entire podcast that has stolen that concept of trying to think of the color identities of random bullshit. You know,
I will say we probably didn't start that, but I will happily take credit for recording. I mean, we did basically predict the trajectory of Magic at the beginning. Like we were pretty we were sellers.
We predicted every year, dude.
Yeah, we were genuinely kind of like prophetic for a while, and I'm immensely proud of that.
And it was when we were hitting the booze hard, and I think there's something to that.
We need more boost.
That in order to get back to our best form, we need to get shit-faced.
I love you, man, a case race. I love you, man, a case race. A case race. A case in 1 hour would just kill us.
Yeah, I mean, I do it. Fuck it.
No, I
just so we can map out the next 10 years.
I do it. Fuck it. I feel like we could brainstorm 5 years of episodes if we had a case race.
Do a 24-hour live stream of just us.
Oh, it wouldn't take 24 hours.
Oh, but we got to see the after. It's just a live feed of us just like passed out.
Well, what's a case? How many are in a case?
There's the 24 rack and the 30 rack. I feel
my record is 15.
The only time I ever did it, I did it with this stuff called Hellman's Special Export, which is like
the mayonnaise.
No, but it's similar spelling, but I think it's a slightly different spelling. But it's called Hellman's Special Export. It's like 6.9 alcohol by volume. Like just,
oh god,
we fucking got destroyed. We were like climbing up this bluff, like just like.
Wait, you did a case race while you were hiking?
Yeah, we were camping. We're camping in Winona.
Oh, that's great.
Like we were camping literally like we walked from like our apartment to the campground. That's how far it was camping. But yeah, no,
Jesus Christ.
I woke up in my apartment the next day with just blood all over the sheets because we were climbing around and I'd scraped up just everything.
Oh god.
So
it's
yeah,
like a horror movie.
No, it was great. It was a great time that I literally
boys being boys.
Yeah, I guess you're
I
right.
remember kind of like dancing around on like a rock.
That's what we need to do, dude.
Dance around on a rock.
We need to fly belly in and have a case race.
I'd love that.
It'll be the first and only time we all hang out.
The first and last.
Yeah, because we'll all just say some horrible truths about each other that just fractures our friendship.
Wow.
Wow, you guys.
And by us, I mean me.
Well, here's another. We don't.
Here's another thing. I'm at my emotional lowest. Belly hits me up for clips.
I can't even hear what you just said.
Belly hits me up for clips. I'm naked in a laundry room. Oh, by the way, Chewy reached out to after hearing that episode to help me.
Oh, that's sweet. In what way?
Good.
I blocked him on Discord.
Oh, well,
He reached out on Discord? Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Speaking
of
of
Belly?
I have a voice message.
Oh no.
You know, we've been gone for 2 weeks, so
Yeah, what the fuck, guys? You guys have really dropped the ball.
I did, and I apologize. And,
I mean, it's on all of us.
it's on all
to be
of us.
honest.
We were
No, it's not on me. I have been cranking out troll holes, dude.
that's not
Do
all.
you want to do your plug now, Mike?
Oh yeah, listen to the troll hole. The latest episode with Shane Torres is probably the most Mike ep you're gonna get as far as like this. You know, this is the real me here, whereas troll hole I'm kind of handcuffed. But you know, Shane was kind of being a naughty boy, so the handcuffs kind of came off.
Unleashed. Mike
I
Unleashed.
gotta
Well,
say,
that's great.
I have just one of my fondest memories. I always have this is like Shane Torres was working Acme, and like we're playing music before the show or whatever, or we were playing music before the show, getting everything set up, and he just comes. I'm playing this song, and he just comes sprinting in, and he's like, he just like super serious look, and like he looks me in the eye, he's like really intense, and I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on? He's like, what's this song? I was like, oh, it's this. And he's like, this is an amazing song. He runs back like into the
I wish Shane could have given some of that enthusiasm on the troll hole, but I guess we'll never know.
Oh, so you
Yeah, I was kind of curious because the clip that you posted was very short. I thought it was kind of interesting. Like Shane had one sentence in the clip. No,
Shane, we did a full hour.
Did a full hour, okay.
We did a full hour. It's just Shane, you know, I guess, you know, I was kind of emotionally challenging Shane, and, you know, you just got to tune in and find out, folks, and hit the sub button and, you know, unsub from this and hit the sub button there, and you know the drill.
There you go.
I like Shane quite a bit. Actually, I do randomly have his phone number.
oh my god, are you bragging about having his phone number? You're bragging about.
Well, I don't have many comedians' phone number, but I did do the festival one year while Shane was performing, and he was like handing out his phone number to folks, and so now
I mean that's because he's a soak. And another thing I'll say about Shane too is he is I will say he is proof that no matter what age you are, some people just have a lot of growing up to do, you know.
Okay, so he's really teasing this episode. Should we go out with the voicemail, or do we have anything else to cover?
I've got a couple things. I don't know.
All right, so we're going out with the voicemail.
So
Mike is driving to Acme. I just wanted to say, since we last recorded, I think we did. It's been a while, but we did Fishbowl. We did the second.
So Zach, what are we covering here?
I just want to tell this one story because
oh my god,
we have more listeners to this podcast than Fishbowl had in attendance. Let me just say that.
No, we had an audience. We had a little audience.
Yeah, you had 12 people.
Yeah, well, it was the second show, and we had to push the show date, the time to a little bit later because there was a fundraiser. So
Well, you also had Ben Katzner closing, and
Ben did a great job closing. Your troll hole compatriot and co-host. So don't besmirch him. Your livelihood depends on Ben's health and safety. Okay.
Really, you could say quite the opposite after the Shane Torres episode.
So
this is a great trailer.
Yeah, I will say, Mike, you are a masterful marketer.
So, past podcast guest, Pidcast guest, Andrew Ellenbogen came to the show to
Wait,
watch.
who's that?
I don't think you were on this episode, but Andrew is a competitive Magic player, Pro Tour winner, System Magic streamer. He was on the show last year with Greg.
Yeah, that sounds like one I would have missed.
Yeah, you were not on. But he came to Fishbowl to support, and he brought his mom to watch the show. And so after the show, I went to go see them and see what his mom thought of the performance. And Andrew warned me that his mom is very honest, and if she will not be afraid to dagger the show if she did not enjoy it. So I asked her what she thought, and she said that she thought that a lot of the comedians were too vile, too dirty, and they should learn to do some cleaner jokes, and they should have to put $1 in the swear jar if they make a blowjob joke.
Is this what you wanted to cover?
This is what you wanted to cover, Zach?
There's one more thing, though.
I'm kind of with Callie and Mike on this one.
I mean, Zach, you're literally driving at nothing here. You're giving people reasons not to come to or perform on the show.
Fishbowl was good.
Not according to the lady that was apparently very honest. You described this woman as honest, and then her honest reaction to Fishbowl was...
She enjoyed it, but she said some of the comedians were a little bit too dirty. And then I asked her,
I will say this: I like coming in for like the last third of these eps. I think that's manageable.
Yeah.
So look, just I asked her. I was like,
okay, Zach, what's the next thing you want to cover, and then we'll wrap it up. Go ahead.
Finishing this story, okay? Because I asked her, I was like, okay, Mama Ellenbogen, what kind of comedy do you like, right? I just wanted to get a sense of her style of comedy. Because usually these moms, they're like, well, they last time they listened to comedy was something like, Jerry Seinfeld in the 90s, right? Like some old school type thing. Like, what does she know about comedy these days anyway? So I asked her, what kind of comedians does she like to listen to? And she said,
Zach, for fuck's sake, just get to it, dude. Just fucking get to it, bro. Why does every fucking story have to be 20 minutes with you, dude?
So she said the comic that she really likes is Nate Bargatze. And I was like, you know what?
Oh, of course.
Cool. Nate Bargatze's great.
Is that it? Is this really it?
Yes.
Okay.
Zach!
Chewy, we're ending on Chewy. I'm sorry. We'll play it next week. We're ending on that. We're ending on that. No. I love you, Mana.
I love you,
Mana. Bye. I love you.